Hey everyone, it's Derek Correa here with Members for Members. We're recently nominated for the upcoming officers election. We're pretty excited about this. I'm going to go over the slate and who we are and the positions. So I'll be running for Secretary Treasurer. This is the principal officer at the local. I know a lot of people think the president runs the local. It is actually this position. So I'm pretty excited about this opportunity and working with a great group. The president will be Norman Salcedo. He's out of UPS San Marcos. He's a part-timer. He has extensive experience with national grievances. He's pushed many through. This is important for us. We have an upcoming contract coming up, UPS. We talk about how much we care about the part-time position. We not only talk the talk, we walk the walk. This is important. So our vice president is going to be Javier Sanchez. He's out of Costco. We have 10 Costcos under Local 542. This is very important. He has extensive experience in labor law. So the next guy up will be our recording secretary. His name's Hanato Ventura. He's out of U.S. Foods. He's a warehouseman over 22 years. For those of you in the warehouse division, this is a big deal. We're going to move on to our trustee. First trustee is Eric Robinson. He's a former shop steward, 22-year driver out of Chula Vista UPS. Another great addition, extensive experience in defending the members. Next trustee is Lori Doer. She's out of Costco Vista. She's over 30 years of experience, another former shop steward. The last trustee we have here is Craig Chappell. He's out of the freight division, YRC. He's, again, over 25 years of experience for those of you in freight. So we're pretty excited about this group. Hope you guys get involved. Nominations are done. We got mailers coming out. Your ballots coming out November 21st. The election is December 14th. So we're going to go over who we are, why we're doing this, right? We want to treat everyone equally. That's what this is about. This isn't about favoritism. You know, we got to make sure we treat everyone equally. Again, very, very important. That's why we got together. Just kind of get you up to speed, guys, on what's transpiring. We've done 3 pre-election protests already on our local. You guys helped us out. You donate a lot of money for the mailers. These are the mailers going in the mail, right? It's got our slate on it. It's very important, okay? Well, they've delayed that. Our locals delayed it on purpose, okay? We also, one of the pre-election protests had to do with a shop steward out of Imperial Valley. Her name is Michelle Miller. She's at a general membership meeting. She's talking about the Members for Members slate, how she's upset because we posted a picture of her because she won a raffle. Guys, these are your rights. You should know who wins raffles. It's really that simple. But to bring up a slate and try to slander us and talk about how we go after shop stewards, etc. I don't know if she's seen social media, but that slate and their members are attacking we, the members. We are not an executive board. We're not stewards. We are being attacked on a daily basis. So I'm going to go over to our presidential candidate here, Norman Salcedo. He's going to talk to you a little bit about his experience and why he's here today.
One of the main reasons why I got involved with Members for Members is because I noticed the lack of representation, and that's not from an outside perspective. That's from firsthand. Being involved, I was appointed by Dwayne Garrett, who was my business agent at one point in time. Now he's our current Local Union 542 president, and I was fighting for my own rights, reading the contract, fighting for a safe working environment, and I was met with lies from Dwayne and a shop steward who told me if I fought, for the safety of myself and other members, that our shop would be shut down. Members would be out of work, and this was lies, and I didn't know any better because I didn't know the laws at the time. So I took that misinformation firsthand, and then I realized, I had to educate myself because they weren't going to educate me, and they're still perpetrating these lies. Up until now, they're still using that as it's a bad thing. Just recently at work, I was being attacked by shop stewards telling other members, "Oh, Norman wants to get this shut down. They want to get the building shut down. Keep calling OSHA," as if it's a bad thing to fight for the safe working conditions for our fellow brothers and sisters. So being involved, fighting for the rights of union members, and seeing the lack of representation, I had many conversations with our current president right now, Dwayne, and he would ask me, "What do you want me to do?" And all I would tell him is just, I want you to represent us, represent me, filing grievances. I used to be told that, Norman, that's just a water sandwich, meaning that they were watering down my grievances, making them less than what they are. They didn't care that I was being harassed and retaliated at work, and I seen that by filing grievances, going to panel hearings, fighting for the rights of myself, and then once I became a steward, fighting for the rights of other union members as well. And I realized at one point in time, around 2019, that in order to have the representation that I wanted, that we deserve as a whole, that I had to get involved and remove the people that were in power, which is our executive board, because per our bylaws, our principal officer at the time now, Jaime Vasquez, he appoints the shop stewards and business agents. So he is the reason why we have the stewards that we have. I've been attacked by shop stewards. I've been attacked by other union members. I've been attacked by business agents with with lies. And I'm being attacked right now by the trustee, Robert Moreno. If he would have taken the time to talk to me instead of hearing what he wants to hear and making videos to attack my character, he would, or what I have and haven't done, he would have realized that I did drive. There was a point in time in 2019 that I went to go drive to provide a better living for my family. The last day I drove was in 2019. It was September 26, 2019. I was out there supporting Members for Members. Dwayne Garrett seen me outside, and then when I came inside to get ready to go out on route, he approached me and he himself said, "I'm sorry, I let you down." Now, I don't know how you perceive that to be, but I took it as he let me down as a business agent. And that was from filing grievances for years, going to panel hearings, and just being told, Norman, you just got to file more. In reality, one's enough. If you're being harassed and you have enough, if it's valid and it has merit, that's enough. But they just were unwilling to do their job. So fighting for that representation that we could not receive from our local union, I realized that I had to get involved. And now I'm here, and this is what I've had to deal with. This is what we've all had to deal with: the harassment and the retaliation, intimidation, not from just the companies that we work for, from our own local union. And that's to deter us from standing up for our own rights, because we have the right to ask for better representation. We have the right to want better working conditions.
So, all right, thank you. Now we're going to move on to Hanada Ventura and why he's here and what he's been dealing with at his workplace. He has a business agent who never signed off on a contract at U.S. Foods. It's been 3 years. Is that right, Hanaro?
Yeah, that's correct. It's actually a little bit over 3 years. It's like 3.5 years. It was, the thing that happened was, we ratified our contract, right? The membership ratified it. This was kept a secret from all the members at U.S. Foods until recently it came out that our contract hadn't been signed. So, for me, this is really bad for all of us. That's misrepresentation right there off the bat. It's just, there's a lot of issues at U.S. Food Service, and it's gotten to the point where, the company knows of all, the company knows that our leadership and all that is really not fighting for us, so they take advantage of us a lot. They fail to post positions up, like when positions are available. They fail to do daily vacancies, which is fill in positions when they become available on a daily basis. Seniority violations. It's just, there's so many issues going on, and it's just favoritism, and there's just so many things going on at U.S. Food Service. And this is the reason why I got involved, because I was seeing all this going on, and it's just like, somebody has to stand up and say something. Somebody has to come out and address these issues, and they're not being addressed by our business agents, and that's really hard when, your business agent doesn't even have the back of the membership. They're going out, just spreading rumors about, members for members that, we want to keep people out of, the negotiations, which is false. We actually want people in there, rank and file. not just stewards in there, actual people that are at the bottom, doing the job, the selecting, the lower paying jobs, because they're actually doing the majority of the workforce, so the majority of the work that's going on, selection is the hardest job in the warehouse. It's back-breaking work, and we don't get the time for it. We don't get proper time for everything, and it's enough's enough. You know what I mean? It's just to the point where it's enough.
Did Shelley ever file an unfair labor practice when that contract wasn't signed off by the company?
As of now, I don't think so. She hasn't said anything about it. I mean, I know in the general membership when I brought it up, she was saying that she was just talking about, oh, we haven't got it signed because they keep rotating, or people keep leaving the. I have no idea. She just said people keep leaving, from the company that are actually negotiating the contracts, during COVID. I mean, it's just excuse after excuse. But yeah, as from what I know, she hasn't filed the unfair labor practice.
And was she also starting rumors about negotiating, how we were going to have negotiations moving forward as far as members for members?
Oh yeah, she's telling everybody right now that we're gonna, that we're gonna hire attorneys, that we're gonna sit here and keep the people in the dark and not let our own people, negotiate the contracts, which is it's a false rumor.
That sounds like something they've been doing. This is interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it's just
amazing.
It's a, all it is just lies, scare tactics. What they're trying to do is just, they talk about unity. They talk about being together. We need to be one, but they're on the back end dividing the membership.
At this point, self-preservation, right?
Oh yeah, that's all it is. I mean, they're spreading lies. They're spreading rumors. They're just doing all kinds of things just to get people scared, and so that
Yeah, we had the same issue, I believe, over at Costco, Javier. Didn't you have something with the negotiating committee? What was going on there?
Well, with the negotiation committee, something similar happened. The same at I would always ask at the membership. I'd go to the memberships, general memberships, and I would ask, who the person was to be, that was going to be in the negotiating committee, and they didn't have any idea up until they just all of a sudden they just popped out a name, and they didn't sound like they were so assured of themselves. They just kind of threw the name out, and it was, was kind of dumbfounded because we didn't really understand how they picked that person, because to me a committee is not based on one person, it's based on multiple people. And on top of that, as I kept asking, I kept wondering, okay, what I'm trying to ask is, why is it a shop steward that's part of the committee and not a rank and file, like somebody from the outside? And when we kept asking questions, they kept saying, well, we're not allowed to answer those questions. We're not allowed to say what's going on in the during the negotiations. And so, and up until recently, we actually already knew this, but we confirmed that, yes, they are able to talk to us and let us know what's going on, so that we could actually have an idea of what's being spoken and talked about, so that we can kind of start working on agreeing or not agreeing on our contract. So, it's one of those things that it's just in the dark again from our local.
Thank you, Javier. So, look, we're going to go over a few things. I'm just going to talk about a little of my experience, how I got started. Again, guys, I've been 25 years at UPS. The local has attacked me on numerous levels. I had another member that ran with me years ago. His name was Kurt Marquetta. Some of you know him. Big activist. And the local demeaned him. I called them every name imaginable. They had all kinds of nicknames for him. His name is Kurt. They called him Kirk. They called him Kirk. They called him the curly hair. That's what they do. That's how they talk to we, the members, at meetings. And the principal officer, Vasquez, Farias, all of them allowed it to happen. They condoned it. They said it was normal. Me at the meetings, they've always called me Sister Korea. My last name is Correa. They said, oh, North Korea, South Korea, what's the difference?
Who is Sister Korea? You. Are you there, Sister Korea?
All these racist remarks, taking shots at Asians, telling me, oh, you Korea again. I'm not a sister, but this is what they do. Okay. We have recordings of all this. We had issues with many other members. I met another member here, Eric Robinson. He dealt with the same deal. I'm even worse. And we're going to bring him over here now, and he's going to talk about his situation. Hey, Eric. So when I met you here years ago, I got a phone call that said there was an individual need a lot of help. He's in Chula Vista, and there's a lot of racism going on. He's being attacked verbally at the workplace. He's a shop steward. He's being attacked by a shop steward. And this is how I reached out to you, and what transpired after that.
Yeah, man. The thing that I'm so glad that you reached out to me about was another shop steward, calling me a mayate, the N word, right? And when I asked my business agent at the time, Paul Sampson, hey, what are we going to do about this? The strangest thing is the reason why I was called this name is because there was an issue that this shop steward was basically just coming off of his route and sitting on another route, but never gave up that route. And the particular route that was in question, we had Scott Nooncaster, who's almost 30 years into this company, who wanted that route. And they kept pushing him off. He came to me for representation, and I said, hey, you know what? I'll fight for you. Let me see who it is. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of strange. That individual knows what the rules is. So I put everybody in the group text, and I said, hey, this individual is sitting on this route. He either has to come off of it and put it up for bid, or whatever he's going to do, but he needs to make a move. And then that's when that term came out. And then I asked my business agent, what are they going to do? They never removed that man, which is ridiculous.
Didn't they tell you that was a term of endearment, mayate? Isn't that what they told you?
They were crazy enough to say that.
Term of endearment. For those of you who don't know, mayate is black beetle. It's used to discriminate against African Americans. Anyone who's Hispanic descent knows that.
Yeah. It was nuts. It was nuts to see that. Also, this type of stuff kind of went on because when I kept pressing the issue, like, hey, this shouldn't be. This isn't right. They need to be removed. They never removed the individual, and so they got upset with that. And so, at that time, Derek, I work in East County. I also live in East County, and one of the craziest things was that, I normally post up pictures, especially when it was summertime, just, trying to be GQ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, they took a parody basically of that picture, and, this is what a Black East County chicken effort looks like, So it's very strange to see this type of behavior coming from a president and those who are around. These individuals who were around then are still around now, and they're still in these positions, and they're condoning this individual's actions. And this individual stepped down, but they're still paying him. So it doesn't make it okay that, he stepped down. You're still condoning that type of behavior, and these people still give them support, which is insane to me. So, and not to mention, other craziness that you've seen with is other language and posts against every other race and, and people's sexuality. And it's crazy, man.
Yeah. And Vasquez is the principal officer. He has the power to remove anyone he wants.
He doesn't want to.
He will not.
Yeah.
We are all paying for Phil's salary at this moment. And none of you see him, but again, all these people on this slate, the Rob Morenos, the Jenny Vasquez's, the Ed Swanks, all of them, they applauded this.
Yeah.
We were at meetings when I brought this up. This is unacceptable. This behavior on social media, when Phil said it's fine, it's just my Facebook, they all applauded it.
No, they applauded that
and yelled at me.
They doubled down. They doubled down. That was a crazy thing. And then you had African Americans who supported this. It's nuts.
Absolutely.
And they got promoted.
Correct.
Yeah, it's sad, man, what individuals will do for money, man.
Yeah, we went through this in the last election, guys. We had I ran with Rhett Dillard. He's retired now at UPS, and because he's white and he has tattoos and he's bald, Shelly Alsop was telling the members at US Foods that he was a white supremacist.
Isn't that freaking nuts?
That was during the last election. This is where they'll go. She'll do whatever it takes to retain her job. These people do whatever it takes, guys. Pay attention. Understand what we're about. We're about unity, treating everyone fairly. I mean, isn't this why we got into this?
Dude, we represent everyone fairly. This is why we have our slate set up. It is we're very diverse in every facet. And we don't care your where you stand. You know what I'm saying? We just care that you're a Teamster, and we're going to represent you 100%. And that's what it should be about. You know, all this favoritism and everything that's going on, dude, this is ridiculous. People pay dues for representation. Just to hear that someone had got terminated that they chose not to represent. You know, this individual had been there almost 16, 17 years. You start looking at that, Derek, you're looking at almost $20,000, $30,000. And this is his first time getting represented, and you can't save his job. And this is the stuff that's happened. And then they'll go back and talk trash about that individual. Man,
Yeah.
this is sad.
Yeah. So we're looking for change, guys. Obviously, vote members for members. You're getting that ballot again. It's coming in the mail November 21st. Please, if you want change where everyone's actually treated equally, we're not attacked at the workplace, attacked wherever. That's what's happening here. So hopefully you guys get involved, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Have a good one.